Moreover, the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Now as for you, son of man, take up a lamentation over Tyre, and say to Tyre, who inhabits the entrance to the sea, a trader of the peoples to many coastlands, thus says Lord Yahweh. O Tyre, you have said, I am perfect in beauty. Your borders are in the heart of the seas. Your builders have perfected your beauty. They have made all your planks of fir trees from Sinir. They have taken a cedar from Lebanon to make a mast for you. Of oaks from Bashan they have made your oars. With ivory they have inlaid your deck of boxwood from the coastlands of Cyprus. Your sail was of fine embroidered linen from Egypt, so that it became your standard. Your awning was blue and purple from the coastlands of Elisha. The inhabitants of Sidon and Arvad were your rowers. Your wise men, O Tyre, were aboard, they were your pilots. The elders of Jebel and her wise men were with you repairing your seams. All the ships of the sea and their sailors were with you in order to deal in your merchandise. Persia and Lud and Put were in your military force, your men of war. They hung shield and helmet in you, they set forth your majesty. The sons of Arvad and your military force were on your walls, all around, and the Gammadim were in your towers. They hung their small shields on your walls all around, they perfected your beauty. Tarshish was your customer because of the abundance of all kinds of wealth, with silver, iron, tin, and lead they paid for your wares. Javan, Tubal, and Meshech, they were your traders, with the lives of men and vessels of bronze they paid for your merchandise. Those from Beth Togarmah gave horses and war horses and mules for your wares. The sons of Dedan were your traders. Many coastlands were customers at your hand, ivory tusks and ebony they brought as your payment. Aram was your customer because of the abundance of your goods, they paid for your wares with emeralds, purple, embroidered work, fine linen, coral, and rubies. Judah and the land of Israel, they were your traders, with the wheat of Minnith, cakes, honey, oil, and balm, they paid for your merchandise. Damascus was your customer because of the abundance of your goods, because of the abundance of all kinds of wealth, because of the wine of Helbon and white wool. Also Vaden and Javan paid for your wares from Uzal, wrought iron, cassia, and sweet cane were among your merchandise. Dedan traded with you in saddlecloths for riding. Arabia and all the princes of Kedar, they were customers at your hand for lambs, rams, and goats, for these, they were your customers. The traders of Sheba and Ramah, they traded with you, they paid for your wares with the best of all kinds of spices and with all kinds of precious stones and gold. Haran, Cana, Eden, the traders of Sheba, Ashur, and Chilmad traded with you. They traded with you in choice garments, and clothes of blue and embroidered work, and in carpets of many colors and tightly wound cords, which were among your merchandise. The ships of Tarshish were the carriers for your merchandise. And you were filled and were very glorious in the heart of the seas. Your rowers have brought you into great waters. The east wind has broken you in the heart of the seas. Your wealth, your wares, your merchandise, your sailors and your pilots, your repairers of seams, your dealers in merchandise, and all your men of war who are in you, with all your assembly that is in your midst, will fall into the heart of the seas on the day of your downfall. At the sound of the cry of your pilots the pasture lands will shake. All who handle the oar, the sailors, and all the pilots of the sea, will come down from their ships. They will stand on the land, and they will make their voice heard over you and will cry bitterly. They will cast dust on their heads. They will wallow in ashes. Also they will make themselves bald for you and gird themselves with sackcloth. And they will weep for you in bitterness of soul with bitter mourning. Moreover, in their wailing they will take up a lamentation for you and lament over you. Who is like Tyre, like her who is silent in the midst of the sea? When your wares went out from the seas, you satisfied a great number of peoples. With the greatness of your wealth and your merchandise you enriched the kings of earth. Now that you are broken by the seas and the depths of the waters, your merchandise and all your assembly have fallen in the midst of you. All the inhabitants of the coastlands are appalled at you, and their kings are horribly horrified. They are troubled in countenance. The merchants among the peoples hiss at you. You have become terrified, and you will cease to be forever.